Welcome back to Lesscashmoremash. My name's Tom.
And I am Michael J.
And today we're cracking open a new bottle, or an old bottle, I should say. It's been over here so long, of Old Port Liquid Riot. I knew I was going to screw that. Liquid Riot Straight Bourbon Whiskey. So this one, I just want it stated for the record. Simple Things sells the bourbon sometimes, but look at this one. I don't know if it's a. Did we try it? Twist top?
I did not.
I didn't think so. You need a church key in order to open up the whiskey bottle. So that's different. So
it's a selling point.
It's a selling point.
Some simpleton
sometimes
sees something different.
Sometimes that's what it takes. So there it is. Let's get through the particulars. So this one we got for approximately $39.99. It is 90 proof, aged a minimum of 3 years. This is distilled and bottled in the Liquid Riot Bottling Company. It's distilled in Portland, Maine.
Commercial Street.
Portland's Old Port, Maine, as they wrote on it. And they specified on the website that they use only Maine-grown crops. It's corn, rye, malt, and buckwheat, but they don't give the actual.
No less than 51% corn.
Right. Well, they have to be. It'd have to be that in order to be a bourbon, anyways. But
relay the message.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to.
Look at you getting all professional, holding a cork.
I'm feeling funny with the cork. I think it's gonna flip up and mess me up. So I almost just spilt there, anyways. So. Not sure how widely distributed this was, and for those of you that we always hear from, leave a comment down below if you can get it. This cork is gonna hurt me. I can see it.
Don't go nuts yet.
I'm not gonna. I just want to see if it'll shut.
It'll shut.
Okay. We're gonna leave it unshut, so don't go shaking it around. So again, Mike picked this up one time when he was up. I'm assuming in the Portlands of Maine,
and I think I was outside of it.
Ooh, what do you get originally?
It's like Virginia.
For those of you that I know, and
Virginia, Pennsylvania, New York.
So we first got introduced to, and you know what? Leave a comment down below if anyone gets this. So when I say a fresh baked bread, it smells like what you get when you make a bread dough. Now I've been on a bread dough kick.
Huge.
Right, I've been making pizza dough for my son, and because I've never done it in my life, so I wanted to try it. So I've been trying to perfect it because anyone who knows me, I'm a bug. If I gotta get it better than other people, or it'll bug me. So, but this really does bring that dough flavor in it. Now, is this one of the ones you might have toured and you sat down and you actually did it, or is this something you just bought?
This is something because of the cork and something totally different. I was like, wow, I've never seen one of these. I'm going to get it.
I'm trying to remember, and I apologize. I talked to so many of you guys on the internet. One of you, I might have been Danny, that says, I don't get the fresh baked bread. This is one of those where if you're looking for a straight bourbon-esque flavor, it doesn't bring you there.
In his defense, probably, I mean, a lot of them are New York, Virginia. Do they go that far?
Oh, again, well, we got that one from Texas, remember? I'm 100%.
I mean, Red Saw was New York, I think.
They don't need a shout-out from us, but if you've never watched The Whiskey Tribe, they're one of the ones that I think are hilarious, and they put on a good product, and they separate it. But The Whiskey Tribe just did an episode about does different yeast strains make different tastes, and I really do believe that that's what we're getting. You know, why Brown Foreman you get a banana in it, but nobody else you get banana in it. You know what I mean? I really think it has to do with the yeast strains that are changing. And if there is a master distiller out there, because I know a couple of you are watching that have insight on that, it would be great to be able to verify that. But like, because we have found the first time we were introduced, why he says Virginia, the first time we were introduced to that flavor, we'll do a whiskey review in a minute, was we really got that fresh dough flavor on it. That was the first time, and since then I've got it off a bunch, and it's been New York or it's been Texas, but it's sporadic, Pennsylvania, all over the country, where it's not like the water or the limestone or something. It has to be the
West Virginia had.
I started thinking it was the malted barley at one point in time. You know what I mean? But
I'm not sad with this, to be honest with you. I think they did a pretty good job. I can't imagine it's a huge company.
No,
It's right on Commercial Street, which is right in downtown, which is the main drag. So I can't imagine how big this place is.
I will say for 90 proof or 2, this actually hits nice. Like it has a little sparkle in it. I don't know how much rye is in there.
So
how much,
then I'm looking
or
at
if it's
too.
the buckwheat, but something is peppering on me.
I was just gonna say,
Yeah.
very seldom do we have buckwheat.
No.
in any of them, other than the White Lightning or whatever we have from Treehouse.
Oh, I don't even know if that's
it's not even buckwheat. It was
I
some
think
other
it's a sorghum or something. They had something in
yeah,
there.
that was the one.
Horse manure is what they had now, and they ain't even a
The
doubt.
nose is pretty well. The suck pot, I won't remember this one, but the nose is right there.
I agree with you. It does definitely bring you on, and to me, this is one of them. It borderlines me.
I'm not going to think of
It borderlines me on
I like it though.
The idea of the which I'm finding surprising because I'm usually the one that likes the one because it's out of the box.
I think it's a palette that I've kind of like. We've done
Grown
so
into.
many that
It almost brings me to a malty flavor.
That happened to you the last couple of times.
It borderlines me between like a
See, and
malt
it brings
or
me
is it the
right,
bread?
It brings me right to
When you get
PA, Virginia, West Virginia, New York, and now
I 100% agree
I'm never
with
going to
you.
remember Maine.
Right, but when you think of it, like it almost brings me into like a heavy malt flavor, which it
Yeah, see, I get a little distinct difference in my nose for those two, which is weird, and that does. I think the last one we did in a blind, I think you jumped on that
because of the palate is what it brings me on the malt. Not so much the nose. The nose, I'm smelling a fresh baked bread, and sometimes I get that in like an Irish a little bit. But then when you get the malty flavor, but it's not on. You just gotta pop it.
I heard you.
It was this. I'm actually liking this.
I'm
and
digging
unlike a lot of craft distilleries, $39.99 is not outrageous. Granted, it's only a 90 proof, but it is. Average between, like they said, a minimum of 3 years.
Yeah,
I think
some of theirs are like less than 2.
Right. Some of the other
Some are less
crafts,
than barely a year. So, I think they did a pretty good job.
Mm-hmm. No,
and they didn't scream the price. They didn't make it friggin' $70, and I don't know. I would try something else that they have.
Afraid to break the glass. There you go. It does shut. All right.
If I'm sure they make more than just this.
I
I would
know.
like to try something else.
Something else by them. No, definitely. I
The suck
I don't
pot
know
is
about
what I
distribution wise. That's the key. I don't
I
know
get
how
it.
far this could go. So I'd be curious to see anyone around the country if you've ever even seen anything like this. It is unique with the top.
But I mean,
the
if
only
they
other
jump
one that I
on
know that
Atlas
I think
or
it's
somebody
like,
a distributor, they're already trucking it there. So
like
throw
yeah, but
5 in a truck.
but you gotta
gotta make
pump
enough.
out. You gotta
Yeah.
pump out enough in order to do that. Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I don't believe I've seen it even here in this state. We're only 2 states away, so.
I would have noticed it with a top like that.
And that.
I would have never seen any. I've never seen anything with a top like this. So
how do you not get it? That's one of them.
No,
you know
no,
what I mean?
I
am the sucker for different shit, and it's like beep beep beep.
that was for the fun for the people that I made a comment like that. But I would have been the same thing. Like, what is that? Because I think the only other one that I know for a fact off the top of my head is that Hardin's Creek that has like a cork and then it's got like a strap around it to hold the thing in and stuff like that. But we haven't done any of them. They're expensive, and I forget who actually makes them.
Here,
yeah, no, it's never been here, but. That's the only other one that I remember actually having like a doodad on the top like that actually actually does it. But honestly, if you like that, again, mine's a terrible thing to waste. But whoever suggested like the Rocktown, that has that bread flavor to me of what I remember.
Yep.
This is one of them where it brings in. It's a total different
the two
flavor.
that Steve brought back.
The 2 Virginia ones for 100% had that. In a
Red
few
Saw.
that we've done, like Red Saw or the Devil's Due over there was West Virginia.
Yeah, I
and
forgot
then
about that.
the
I
giant,
just picked
the
it
giant over here, that's from Texas. So again, it's been all over the country. And I have to assume it's almost like they use bread yeast because really when you smell the bread dough, in fact, I had one going last week. And I'm like, don't come upstairs. Hold on.
2 going.
So, well, I had a bunch of them actually because I have to perfect it. But so I brought down the Red Saw and I had them smell it and smell the dough. And I'm like, do you see where my little pea brain gets that flavor? It associates with the smell of it as it's rising. So there it is. But overall, not gonna lie, I expected to say, yeah, not a fan. This is actually very good.
I
actually
don't
very
mind
good.
this at all. And
Yeah.
if you were traveling through and you see something.
Funny thing, now, just off the top of your head, because you just accidentally bought the Selby again. how does that relate? Because it brings you in the same realm. But this one you like. That one is more bread.
I think no, that one had a little more after flavor. I don't know. This one seems to be a little smoother, a little easier, but it was probably the same proof. And I did try that when I went home too. A couple days later, it's strong.
It's
got just the super strong bread. This maybe is a little mellower.
That's what I mean.
Even though it was a year's difference, I forget on age and all that.
Again, so many whiskeys ago. I was just trying to relate it in my head because I know that one was another one that had that bread flavor. I know you have that one at the house, but I will agree with you where the discretion and certain ones, even maybe the Giant, come hard with the bread flavor.
Not the Horse Soldier, but the other. There was a Soldier one too where they had the guys fighting on it. It was another military one. I thought that had like the bread. That might have been another Virginia one. They
could have been. I'm trying to picture.
They were like a square bottle with the soldiers are on the front. It comes up here.
I don't know.
It's around here, but we did 2 of them, I think. But
Horse Soldier, I know we did 2 of them, but we have 2 more over there too.
There might have been Steve's bottles actually.
It could have been. I don't know off the top of my head, but there you go. For all of you, again, around the country, that let us know where this actually, if this distributes anywhere. I'll be curious to see where it actually goes. Because, again, I don't remember seeing it. And maybe there's a different variation of the bottle that doesn't have the doodads on the top, too. So, but
I would think that'd be their claim type deal.
It's got to be more expensive to put that on there, though.
They didn't charge you for it.
No, that's what I'm saying. Again, it brings the uniqueness to the bottle of something like it definitely sticks out in your head.
It did.
And when you put Old Port as a name, I'm thinking in my head like I thought this was gonna be like finished in like a Guinness or a port barrel or something like that. You know what I mean?
Maine fairly well, and I did work down there. And Old Port meaning it's right on.
It's right on the Old Port.
You know what Grandma loved the boat?
Yeah.
It's on. I believe that's Commercial Street. So,
so
it's down there somewhere in one of those.
Oh, all right. Well, there it is.
There's an Irish joint down there. The boat. There's something. There's a whole bunch of shit there.
Well, if you're in the neighborhood, swing by. And you
little fun facts of.
That's why I wondered. I know you go up that way a lot, so I was wondering if you actually toured because sometimes you I
did not tour.
Yeah, because we met you up and you were in Portland, Maine at the time. So I was wondering if this was one of the ones you might have toured, or if this was one you just saw in the thing. So, well, there you go. We'll keep it short and sweet because tomorrow's probably won't be. So this is the Old Port Liquid Rye Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Honestly, for $39.99, I say it's a go. If you can find this, I would try it.
It's pretty easy.
It definitely, it's not a bourbon. That's the key.
No,
it brings that bread flavor that changes everything.
It does.
And sometimes I like that. Like you usually say you don't. So it's actually a testament to it because you usually say, not mine. It's not for me.
Correct. But this one's like an easy drinker. It's not like overpowering. I don't know. It's just today it's all.
It has that delicious fresh dough smell on it.
There's nothing
in the flavor.
Aggressive. It's all.
No, there's no elbows in this and all. That's the problem. This is a guzzler.
That's why it's time for us to fly. So, we already know it. So.
Well, there you go. Again, leave a comment down below. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Spend less, drink more. Cheers.
Subscribe.